Okay, is it audible now? I hope the voice is clear now. Okay, so I pray it continues in this way. Okay, so did you go through the PDF? Not PDF actually, it was an image. So did you go through the notes? Just now I shared in WhatsApp. Half. Why half? Rovila, yes ma'am. Rest of you, did you go through it? Okay. So do you guys have any doubt in that part? Any doubt in that part of the notes? If you have any doubt, you can write the line in the chat box in which line you have the doubt. Then I would try to clear it. Any doubt in that note that I shared just now? If you have any doubt, you can say. Boa Manju and Limika has no doubt. What about others? Okay, fine. It's okay if you don't have any doubt because it is also written in very simple language, so it's good if you have understood. And later on, also, if you have any doubt, you can ask later on in the next classes. So for now, we have seen that. So for now, we have seen that this subject, ground improvement technique. For knowing this subject, we should have clear idea on bearing capacity, then consolidation, compaction, these things. Okay, so let us do one problem, just little bit. Already you have done these things in your previous semester, that is fifth sem or sixth sem, I guess, in soil mechanics. This subject is almost related to soil, not almost totally, it is related to soil mechanics only. Okay, I'm sharing a numerical problem with you. You guys try to solve. Is the screen visible? Okay. So you see here the problem is said a saturated clay layer of 5 meter thickness takes 1.5 years for 50% primary consolidation when drained from both sides. If coefficient of volume change, which is denoted by m suffix v, is 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter square per kilonewton, determine the coefficient of consolidation and coefficient of permeability in meter square per year. The value of gamma W unit weight is given as 10 kilonewton per meter square. So, will you try to solve this? Because already it is, you people have done these things before. Which equation or which formula you are going to use for this? You can note down the question, okay? All of you please note down the question. Over? Did you all write the question? Is it over? Okay. Okay, fine. So now tell me which equation you are going to use for solving this. Yes? Anybody? Any idea? Okay, one more hint I'm giving you, or you can write it in the question itself. Please write down. Time factor. Time factor for 50% consolidation. Time factor for 50% consolidation is given as 0.196. Time factor for 50% consolidation is given as 0.196. Now, after hearing the term time factor, then coefficient of consolidation, you need to find which equation you're going to use. The thickness of the clay layer is given as 5 meter, then time is given to you as 1.5. Also time factor I have told you now for 50% consolidation. Since in your question 50% is given, that's why time factor for 50% is given as 0.196. Then you need to find coefficient of consolidation and coefficient of permeability. First of all, tell me how you'll find coefficient of consolidation. Please respond at least. If you have no idea, you can write in the chat box that you don't have any idea. Then I will proceed. Manish Dash, no idea. Lancy, no idea. Only two. What about others? Now all of you will respond, no idea. Okay. Anybody else? Rubila, no idea. Okay. Hmm. Okay, fine. Let us move to the solution. This is your solution. In the question, I have given you to find the coefficient of permeability also. Okay, in here it is written. So just don't go for this question. The previous one is correct. And this numerical is also important. You see, it came in GATE 1991. So you see in the solution, thickness of the clay layer is given as 5 meter. In the question, you see 5 meter thickness is given. Length of drainage path, you need to find H. Capital H will be 5 divided by 2. Why divided by 2? Because drainage is allowed from both sides. Both side drainage is allowed in case of consolidation. So it is to the length or the thickness of the layer is to be divided by 2. Then time taken for 50%, it is not time, it is time factor. Okay, time factor it is. I have already said for 50%. Oh, sorry, it is time for 50% is given as 1.5. Time factor, this is time factor 0.196. Time is given as 1.5. This is small t. Okay, this is small t, not capital T. So coefficient of consolidation is found out with the help of this formula CV. CV is the coefficient of consolidation is equal to TH square. This is capital T, time factor. H squared, this H divided by small t means this is small t. Okay, the time required is 1.5 here. Put the values, find the answer. The answer will be this. Don't just copy, try to solve it. Then we need to find coefficient of permeability. For finding coefficient of permeability, this is your equation. Cv is equal to K by Mp into gamma W. Mp is the coefficient of volume change. It is given in your question. Gamma W is the unit weight of water. It is given in your question. Cv you will get from here. Coefficient of consolidation is from here. We need to find K, that is coefficient of permeability. K we need to find. Rest all the values we have. Then put the values and calculate K. So do it all of you. Just don't copy, okay? Just try to understand and solve it. Be fast. Be fast, all of you. I'm not going to share this in WhatsApp or something else, okay? You need to write this from here. Over? Completed? Yes, no? Tashi is completed. Okay, it seems all of you have completed. So, any doubt? No doubt. Okay, fine. So numericals of this type you keep on practicing. Okay. So with this we come to the end of preloading technique. Now we'll be starting about little bit about vertical drains. But before that, let me admit your friends, those who are waiting. Can all of you see the screen? It is related to vertical drains. Vertical drain screen is displayed. Can you see? Okay, fine. So vertical drains, before I gave you an idea, also I told you what it is. Now let us see it in details. I hope the image is clear to you. Little bit it is blur, but adjust with that. No other option. So the preloading technique is likely to be insufficient when used alone in very thick, soft clays or in soil with exceptionally low permeability, because an inordinately long period of time will be needed to bring about significant compressions. As the length of the drainage path controls the time for consolidation, this should be as short as possible. For this purpose, only a layer of sand called sand blanket is placed on the top of the site prior to constructing the field. By this provision, any water squeezed from the underlying soil will reach the sand layer and flow fast laterally to field edge, as the permeability of sand is much higher than the underlying soil. So permeability, this so this vertical drain, it is done with the help of with the conjunction of preloading. Before I told you that if the thickness of the soil layer is very very much, the thickness is more, then we apply vertical drains along with preloading. Okay, so that is what it is said here. Then general principle: vertical drains are continuous vertical columns of pervious sand, or generally sand is used, or some pervious fiber can also be used, is vertical drain. Okay, so it is written here: sand or fibrous material installed in clayey soil. These drains provide the pathway for the pore water to escape from the consolidating soil by traveling a shorter distance than would be necessary without them. Further, they allow the flow inside the soil to take place along the horizontal, which is the direction of least resistance. Thus, it serves the purpose of collecting, discharging the expelled water faster during the process of consolidation. So pervious material, either sand or some fiber material, is installed in the clay soil. It is inserted inside the ground of the clay soil. Okay. Then pour water, the water that is present in the ground, they move. They move in various directions. These things. So while moving there, if we insert the material, whether it is a fiber or sand drains, this water will strike the drains and through the pores that are present in the fiber or the sand drain. Through those pores, the water will rise. Some portion of the water will rise above, will move in upward direction, and some amount will also move in downward direction through the pores. Okay. So after the water, those amount of water which will move to the upward direction with the help of capillary action is there. With that action, the water will move in upward direction. Then the water will be squeezed out from the soil. Okay. Installation of vertical drain in conjunction with preloading brings about rapid dissipation of excess pore water pressure and thereby accelerating the primary consolidation. Vertical drains have no direct effect on the rate of secondary compression. However, the early completion of primary compression leads to earlier occurrence of secondary compression and thus amounting to a total reduction in the time for consolidation. So already I have told these things before, nothing much to explain that if the thickness of the clay layer is more, then we use vertical drains along with preloading, and also if the time allotted to you is less, then also we can use vertical drains along with preloading. Why? Because vertical drains along with preloading, it accelerates the process. Okay, it accelerates the process of compression. And compression, we all know, is of two types. First is primary and second is secondary compression. So this in details I won't go what is primary and what is secondary, you know these things, but the, after the occurrence of primary compression only the secondary compression starts. Okay. So what is said that vertical drains, if we install, then this process won't affect the secondary compression directly, but it only affects the primary compression. But as we know that secondary compression will start only after completion of primary compression. So vertical drain installation will accelerate the process of primary compression, and if primary compression is ended first, then secondary compression will automatically start first. So in this way, the time required is reduced. Okay. Next, we move to types and construction of vertical drains. So vertical drains, mainly it is classified into two categories. First is sand drains. Here sand drains are inserted. The drains are made of sand. Sand columns are made and it is inserted in the clay layer. Okay, so that is called sand drains. And the next one is prefabricated drain. Okay, so you see here, sand drains are made by filling cylindrical hole with sand. So cylindrical hole is made with sand and that hole is filled with sand. Okay, that is sand drain. In some clay soil, we make a hole, a deep hole, and then we fill that layer of hole with the help of sand. So that is sand drain. And sands are porous, all of you know. Okay, and prefabricated drains are also known as weak drains, and it is made of fibers, okay, which is porous. So we'll see in details. So sand drains, they have been widely used over 50 years. So this is the oldest one, sand drain, okay. They range in diameter from 180 to 450 millimeter. The holes required for sand drain installation should be made with least cost. There are three methods of sand drain construction: high pressure water jetting, number two, displacement of natural ground, number three, wash boring. Okay, these are the three methods of constructing sand drains. Okay, in all these methods, a steel pipe is inserted in the ground and later withdrawn as sand is poured from the top to fill the hole. All the methods are labor intensive. This is, the spacing of sand drain varies from 2.5 to 5 meter. Depending on the type of soil, the spacing will vary. So installation process of all the three is something like this. What will happen, we make a hole in the clay layer up to the required depth, up to how much depth the clay layer is there, up to that much we make a hole. We'll insert some pipes, then through that pipe we will put sand. We keep on putting the sand, and generally little bit compaction is done if possible. Then compaction is done and then the sand gets tightened. Okay, after that the pipe is withdrawn from that place and the sand in the form of column it remains, and it works as vertical drains. Okay, and sand is porous, all of you know. And then what will happen, the water, the pore water that will pass through this place, it will strike the column or sand column. Then the amount of water will rise with the help of these vertical drains. Okay, is it clear up to this much? Is it clear up to this much? If you have any doubt till this much, you can ask. Yes, ma'am. Here. Okay. Okay, then let's stop here, because if I proceed further, it won't get ended today. Okay, and later on it will be a bit confusing. So let us stop here for today. If you have any doubt till today's class, you can ask. Otherwise, we are done for today. Next class will continue with the process of installation of sand drains and also prefabricated by vertical drains. And numerical problems you try to solve by your own from book. Okay, the problems related to consolidation, compaction, these things, bearing capacity also you can see. Okay, then thank you everyone.